Good morning. Just finished our outside sessions this morning. Lovely to have the option to come outside if we want to, especially when the weather's like this. Anyway, we've just moved house, which means it has been pretty hectic, and I can see how it's so easy, something like this, just to literally make you to fall into habit. So since Monday, when we kind of moved, haven't really had access to a kitchen. So obviously the first few days, you have that excuse or story to go, I'm just going to buy food on the go and have that. Now, on one hand, this was quite good because actually I found that, although it's easier than ever to buy fast food, buy junk food, it's also easier than ever to make healthy choices even on the go. So just one little trip into the supermarket, you've got I bought yogurt, I bought grapes, beef jerky, fruit. I bought those little popcorn, salt popcorn, which are 100 calories. There's so many options there that you can choose, and actually good protein, etc. Yogurt, gut microbiota, probiotics, all them things. At the same time though, it's not ideal. I wouldn't do it every day, but it did the job. And hopefully it's reconnected. Here we go. Morning, Heather. I've almost used that as an excuse throughout the week. So I've almost used that as an excuse throughout the week that I moved house, as an excuse that I can't cook food, I can't plan my meals, I'll just wing it. I've almost felt myself going, I haven't got a kitchen. I have got a kitchen now. Now, last night, prime example again, feeling overwhelmed. Ever get that? And I think it happens a lot on fitness, nutrition, because there's so much stuff out there. You don't know which thing is best to do, and there's so much to do. Remember, you don't have to do everything. You only have to ever do one thing. Even if you can't do everything, you can always do one thing. But anyway, so feeling like, I've got so much to do, all that stuff. Then I realised that we've only just put the washing machine in yesterday. So bear in mind, I've spent the whole week going, I can't plan my meals, I haven't got access to a kitchen. We've now got access to a kitchen, but I'm still using that excuse. I'm just being very honest here, clocking myself. Then last night I was like, I have no clean clothes. So quick wash went in, tumble dryer on while I got some other stuff ready. Then in the morning, while Mrs. Frucci was up, so the tumble dryer was still on and finished, got up and I realised that I'd put the tumble dryer on the cold setting. So then I'm even more overwhelmed because I don't have any clean clothes. So I'm rushing around, fiddling with this, feeling overwhelmed because I haven't done the things that I normally do in the morning, like this video, like writing a blog. All those things I'm now behind. So all of a sudden, I'm now feeling overwhelmed because I quite simply didn't put a plan in place. That's it. And it just reminded me of something, that whenever you're overwhelmed, whenever you're feeling that tension, we're probably overwhelmed and stressed because we haven't got a plan. And when you haven't got a plan, everything's in our head. And when everything's in your head, you always over-exaggerate how much you have to do, what you have to do. And then it becomes quite a stressful thing, when in fact, when you just write that list down, and then like I've said before, if you're unsure where to start, just put numbers in front of them and rank them. So I'm going to put number 1 there, and I'm going to start with that one thing. I'm going to put number 2 there and start with that one thing, because you're never going to know what the most important thing to do is. But the overwhelm often comes from the lack of preparation, lack of planning. Let's think about it. We plan holidays, we plan weekends away, we plan when we'll see our friends, etc. But then things like with our nutrition, which if you think about our nutrition, morning Diane, morning Caroline, if you think about our nutrition, we eat say 3 times a day. We probably do it more so than so many other things, yet we don't plan it. Isn't it interesting? 3 times a day we have an ability to change our metabolism, to change our energy levels, to change the way we feel, to potentially change the way we look. Yet we don't plan it, and we don't put much preparation into it. And I'm speaking from a hypocritical position here, because this week, I've pretty much winged it for too long. I enjoyed, and here's the interesting part for me, I enjoyed having a bit of a story and excuse not to plan because of the house move. And I enjoyed not having to plan initially because it felt like one less thing to do. Ever get that? So planning feels like something you've got to do. But what I've realised is you pay for it later anyway, because you either have to nip out to the shops, get something on the go, then you end up not eating the right foods or getting the right nutrition in that you would normally, then your energy suffers. And you've spent more time choosing what to have anyway, because there's so many things to choose from, then you're more overwhelmed. Morning, Di. So, I hope that helps. A reminder that if you're overwhelmed, probably because of lack of planning, whether it's meals, food, nutrition, you can always choose one thing. Write down everything you got to do now, get out of your head, put it on paper, write down everything you got to do. If your head's going into night, ideas, etc., write it down. If you've got loads of stuff to do, just write it down. You're always, almost always, there's a saying. There is a saying. The biggest memory in the world is inferior to the shortest pencil. Because if you write it down, you will feel less overwhelmed. I can guarantee it. Because when I do write it down, what all the things I've got to do, I'm like, actually, it's not actually as much as I thought. And even when it is, most of it is stuff that I haven't actually got to worry about for like 2 weeks. Yeah, I'm carrying it now. What's the point? So then you diarise. Then you set those priorities. 1, 2, 3, 4, and just get on with one now. Done. Hope that helps. Any questions, as always, let me know. Morning sessions. Look at that. Lovely little setting when the sun's out. So I will leave you with that. Before I finish, take a deep breath in, 4 seconds in, out nice and slow. Everything feels better. Deep breath in. If you're ever unsure today, if you ever feel overwhelmed, at least you always have your breath. Remember that. Deep breath in. Sounds woo-woo, but try it. Always makes you feel better. Take care and speak soon.